not a public speaker, I'm just a survivor, and I just want to tell my story. I am a practicing Roman Catholic. I'm a survivor of childhood sexual abuse. I come here today to dispel the myth of the victim perpetrated by the likes of the Catholic League and various bishops in the United States. I did not come from a broken home. My parents were active in the lives of their children, the life of the church, and active in the Republican Party. I grew up in an upper-middle-class family on Long Island. We attended church on Sunday, volunteered to help in various causes in our community. I played sports, swam in my backyard, and occasionally I threw snowballs at cars. I'm not trying to paint a picture of a Norman Rockwell childhood. However, at one point in my life, it was pretty damn good. My only worries back then were being on a particular baseball or basketball team, who the Mets were going to trade for the upcoming season. There was no hatred in my life, except of course for the Yankees. Sorry, Ron. When my older brother asked me to help him as a sacristan in our church, I jumped at the opportunity to make some extra money. Priests in my family were heroes. Most were very kind and fun to be around. Little did I know, hiding behind one of the Roman collars was a known sexual abuser from the United States Air Force, then Father Matt Fitzgerald. In an instant, my world would fall apart in the confusing inner life of a teenage boy who became even more complex and very dark. In the midst of all this pain, the parish priest and my parents never once stopped believing in me and helping me. Promises were made from the chancery. Father Alan Placker, a child molester, Bishop John McGann, were repeatedly broken, ignored, forgotten. We were assured that Father Fitzgerald would never again work with children. And so he was transferred to another parish, and within a few months, in charge of the youth program in St. Matthew's in Dix Hill. My family and I were devastated. Looking back 20 years later, my story is so similar to those of so many in the state of New York. We were made promises and led on by the diocese for many years and then cut off. Little or nothing was done for us, and the priests were allowed to go from parish to parish molesting. As a survivor who was abused as a child, I've told people that they can take away your innocence, but I won't let them take away my faith. And for 20 years, that was all that we had, was our faith, and that there was no voice in the church or government to speak for us. Our diocese made sure to lead us on just long enough that the statute of limitations would come to an end. It was even kept secret from us, from the church, that Reverend Alan Placker was a civil lawyer representing the Diocese of Rockville Center. He was working us and taking our information to protect the church. The laws, our rights as children, were not a concern. Protecting church from litigation and insurance claims was primary. And so we realized early on what we now know, many of us know, that the church must not and cannot monitor herself. So I come before you today as a citizen, as a practicing Catholic, to ask for your help to restore me and the other victims that which was stolen from us. The right to seek litigation in the court against those who have harmed us. On the door of the Suffolk County Grand Jury, it read, "The people of Suffolk County in the state of New York versus the Diocese of Rockville Center. Insurance fraud." This is what is at the heart of all of this. It was never to protect children, their rights, or to be given a safe place to be heard. For the bishops and cardinals, it was always about money. Ironically, they say that it is all this is about for the victims. It's not. It's about restitution. In conclusion, 200 years ago, America's greatest president was born, Abraham Lincoln. In time, he would go on to bring an end to slavery in this nation. Work with us. Former victims of childhood sexual abuse. We are Democrats, Republicans, Catholics, Protestants, and Jewish people, and help us to put an end to the slavery of children by passing the Mark H. Twain Bill. This bill will at last give the children of the state of New York the ability to be free from the chains of the past and make them full citizens, empowering them to seek justice that was denied in our courts. That too many bishops in my church would not see me as a human being with inalienable rights is something that they have to answer for one day. Your passing of this bill will guarantee the dream of Lincoln to be extended even to the children of our great state. Amen. Thank you.